The ongoing feud between boxing legends Roy Jones Jr. and Floyd Mayweather Jr. has reignited debates about greatness in the sport, drawing attention from fans and fighters alike. The tension, rooted in differing philosophies about boxing and legacy, has escalated through public exchanges, social media jabs, and bold challenges. Jones, a former champion across 4 weight classes, and Mayweather, the undefeated 50-0 icon, have clashed over who truly defines excellence in the ring. Their back and forth has not only stirred nostalgia but also sparked speculation about a potential exhibition match, despite both fighters being retired from professional competition. The conflict gained traction after Jones appeared on the All the Smoke Fight podcast on June 17, where he discussed hypothetical matchups between boxing greats. During the conversation, hosted by Andre Ward, Jones made a bold claim that Sugar Ray Leonard, in his prime, would have defeated Mayweather. He emphasized Leonard's ferocity, describing him as a dog whose intensity and heart surpassed Mayweather's technical prowess. Jones argued that while Mayweather's skills, discipline, and undefeated record are impressive, Leonard's relentless style and proven resilience gave him the edge. He suggested that Mayweather, despite his defensive mastery, had not faced the kind of challenges that would reveal the depth of his heart in the ring, unlike Leonard, who had been tested repeatedly. Jones's comments did not go unnoticed. On July 6, Mayweather responded indirectly by posting videos on his Instagram story showing Jones getting knocked out in past fights. The clips, which went viral across social media, were a clear jab at Jones's vulnerabilities in the ring, particularly later in his career. This move was characteristic of Mayweather, who has long been known for his sharp trash-talking and ability to get under opponents' skin. The posts were seen as a retaliatory strike, prompted by Jones's assertion that Leonard was superior and his broader dismissal of Mayweather as the greatest of all time. Jones, undeterred, addressed Mayweather's trolling in a July 9 Instagram post titled a public service announcement. In the video, he acknowledged the subliminal message in Mayweather's posts and issued a direct challenge. He stated that he was always ready to fight, emphasizing his willingness to settle their differences in the ring. Jones made it clear that he respected Mayweather's accomplishments but maintained that his own opinions were valid. He invited Mayweather to prove his superiority through action rather than social media antics, signaling his readiness for a potential exhibition bout. The post amplified the feud, with fans and commentators speculating about whether the two legends would face off. The beef between Jones and Mayweather is not just about personal pride. It reflects deeper philosophical differences about what defines greatness in boxing. Mayweather, with his perfect 50-0 record, is celebrated for his defensive genius and strategic career choices. He fought and defeated high-profile opponents like Canelo Alvarez, Manny Pacquiao, Oscar De La Hoya, and Shane Mosley, often at the perfect moment to maximize his advantage. His fights generated unprecedented pay-per-view revenue, with 4 of the top 5 highest-grossing events in boxing history bearing his name. Mayweather's legacy is built on consistency, technical mastery, and financial success, earning him the self-proclaimed title of the best ever TBE. Jones, however, views greatness through a different lens. A former middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight champion, Jones was known for his electrifying style, combining speed, power, and flair. He was the first boxer in over a century to win a middleweight world title and later claim a heavyweight championship. His victories over James Toney, Bernard Hopkins, and Antonio Tarver showcased his versatility and dominance across weight classes. For Jones, true greatness extends beyond records and wealth. He points to fighters like Muhammad Ali, who sacrificed prime years of his career to protest the Vietnam War and still returned to dominate, as the epitome of a boxing legend. Jones has publicly stated that dismissing Ali as the greatest is unthinkable, emphasizing Ali's cultural impact and resilience over mere statistics. The feud has drawn reactions from other boxing figures, adding layers to the debate. Jake Paul, a controversial figure in modern boxing, weighed in during a July 8 Fight Hype interview. Paul sided with Jones, calling him a legend and arguing that Jones in his prime was a superior fighter due to his dynamic style. However, he acknowledged Mayweather's consistency throughout his career, noting that while Jones's peak was unmatched, Mayweather's sustained excellence set him apart. Paul's comments reflect the divide among fans. Some prioritize Jones's explosive athleticism, while others admire Mayweather's calculated precision. Manny Pacquiao, another boxing icon, took a more diplomatic approach when asked about the feud. In a Fight Hype interview, Pacquiao refused to fuel the rivalry, emphasizing unity and respect for both fighters' contributions. He argued that comparing fighters across eras dilutes the sport's essence and that each legend's achievements should stand on their own. Pacquiao, who faced Mayweather in the historic 2015 pay-per-view blockbuster, stressed the importance of inspiring fans rather than ranking fighters. His stance aligns with his broader philosophy of humility and philanthropy, contrasting with Mayweather's focus on material success. Pacquiao's comments, made as he prepares for a comeback fight against Mario Barrios on July 19, 2025, underscore his role as a unifying figure in boxing. The debate over who is the better fighter hinges on contrasting styles and career paths. Mayweather's approach was methodical, prioritizing defense and selective matchmaking. He famously retired at 50-0, matching Rocky Marciano's record, and stopped short of pursuing further fights that could have risked his undefeated status. Critics, including Jones, point to Julio Cesar Chavez's 87-0 streak before his first loss as evidence that Mayweather's record, while impressive, is not untouchable. Jones has also questioned the quality of some of Mayweather's wins, particularly his 2017 fight against UFC star Conor McGregor, which Jones dismissed as a spectacle rather than a true test of boxing skill. Jones, by contrast, was known for taking risks, moving up and down weight classes to challenge himself. His prime was marked by dominance, but later losses and knockouts, which Mayweather highlighted in his Instagram posts, have been used by detractors to argue against his greatness. One point of contention is Jones's positive test for a banned substance in 2000, which some fans cite to undermine his legacy compared to Mayweather, who never faced such allegations. However, Jones's supporters argue that his willingness to fight anyone, regardless of weight class or risk, showcases a warrior's mentality that Mayweather lacked. The possibility of an exhibition fight between the two has generated buzz, though opinions are mixed. Some fans see it as a lucrative opportunity for both fighters to capitalize on their fame, while others view it as a risky move that could tarnish their legacies. Mayweather has a history of participating in exhibitions, often against non-boxers like Logan Paul, which have drawn criticism for lacking competitive merit. Jones, meanwhile, has fought in exhibitions as recently as 2023, showing he remains active despite his age. An exhibition between the two could draw significant attention, but skeptics argue it would lack the intensity of their primes and fail to settle the debate definitively. Social media reactions have further fueled the feud. Some users have mocked Jones, suggesting he is chasing relevance or financial gain by provoking Mayweather. Others defend him, arguing that his prime was unmatched and that Mayweather's selective opponent choices pale in comparison. One fan pointed out that during their overlapping careers, Jones was considered the superior fighter, with Mayweather often overshadowed by his rival's dominance. This historical context adds weight to Jones's claim that he was the better fighter in his prime, even if Mayweather's record and longevity have since shifted perceptions. The feud also highlights broader questions about how boxing greatness is measured. For Mayweather, it's about perfection, never losing, outsmarting opponents, and building a financial empire. His ability to control fights, avoid punishment, and retire with his health and wealth intact is a testament to his strategy. Jones, however, values heart, sacrifice, and impact, both in and out of the ring. He sees fighters like Ali and Leonard, who faced adversity and left a cultural legacy, as the gold standard. This philosophical divide is at the heart of their conflict, with neither willing to concede ground. As the beef continues, it's clear that both fighters are driven by pride and a desire to protect their legacies. Mayweather's Instagram posts were a calculated move to remind fans of Jones's vulnerabilities, while Jones's call-out was a bold assertion of his confidence and willingness to fight. Whether an exhibition materializes remains uncertain, but the debate over their respective places in boxing history is unlikely to fade. For now, fans are left to ponder who would have won in their primes, a question that, like many in boxing, may never have a definitive answer. Pacquiao's intervention serves as a reminder that boxing is about more than rivalries. His focus on inspiration and sportsmanship contrasts with the bravado of Jones and Mayweather, offering a perspective that transcends the need to crown one fighter as the greatest. As the sport evolves, with new stars like Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford carrying the torch, the legacies of Jones and Mayweather remain secure, each defined by their unique contributions to boxing's rich history. Whether they settle their differences in the ring or continue their war of words, their feud has reignited passion for a sport that thrives on debate, competition, and the pursuit of greatness.